Hello there, my name is Carlo and welcome to Progressive Shift. I am very excited as today I'm sitting here with two lovely ladies, the two co-authors of The Tipping Point to Happiness. But before we get into this little book and we tell a little bit more about its big message, I'd like to learn a little bit more about you. And I'm sure the readers out there want to know a little bit more about you as well.
Well, I've been a communications consultant since 1992 when I formed my business, KS Communications. Since then, I've worked in marketing, communications, promotion, publicity, and I've also expanded into writing.
I started my company called Energetic Evolution in 2004. And when we met and we started talking about our book, actually, we talked about how I have this expertise with the success, and then we were thinking, well, what might balance that out quite nicely is talking about happiness. So that's where we started to connect with saying, hey, the happiness and the success work together. And so here we are.
Tipping Point to Happiness deals with you personally. It's you on a journey. And the first real step number one, is to shut out the noise. Step number two, once you've sort of removed yourself from distractions, you're then going to be looking at something to believe in. Then we can align that with what we feel about ourselves. In other words, believe in ourselves, believe in yourself as a person. And that moves us from step number 3 to 4, where once we know who we are and what we want, we then establish personal boundaries. Going forward to step number 5, we then move to external boundaries. And at this time, once we have established this, we are then at the point of tipping.
When you've reached that tipping point and now going further and beyond the next few steps.
So step number 6 is basically identifying those goals and objectives in our lives and then carrying through. And then number 7, lucky number 7, is fulfill.
What's great about this book is the two of you. Apart from the fact that it's got a great message, it's also the great message that comes along with the two of you, and that's brought you to this point.
Well, it's pretty ironic because we've actually known each other for that lucky 7 years, so there's a pattern going on there. We had what I call a by the way moment. And you said something like, what if we wrote a book together?
It's inspirational, and I think when something is an inspiration, it goes the speed
flows.
of light. Absolutely. We started in May,
Wow.
and the book was published at the end of August.
Wow. What you've done, if you've come together, you put your strengths together, and you said, okay, let's do this, and you've gone with this concept, and here you are, you've written a book in just a few months.
This is not an academic book, it's an inspirational one, and I am absolutely delighted that the book has been published, and we're both able to share it with our readers.
I think that you choose your happiness, and that happiness is simpler than what you may think. It's just that we tend to complicate things, and it's not easy, to be consistently happy. I think that's the thing we've discovered, right? Some moments you might be thinking, I'm the furthest away from happy right now, but you tend to bounce back to happiness, and it's really a gray zone. It's not you're happy or you're unhappy. So I think that's the main thing that I wanted to share with readers.
A tipping point or tipping points can happen to you all through your life. Tipping point doesn't happen once and then all of a sudden, Kita's happy for the rest of her life. There are more situations.
That is so true. Yes.
Wouldn't that be wonderful?
It would be great. Yes.
But the interesting thing here is, as you're growing as a human being, you will reach and have contexts that are of a personal, maybe they're career-wise, maybe they're sibling, maybe they're work-related, maybe they're health-related issues, and all of them will invite you, using these steps, to arrive at a point of calm or a point of peace, and ultimately a point of happiness in those various contexts.
Well, it is simple and easy this time. You
Okay.
just simply go to the website, which is www.tippingpointtohappiness.com, and there's an order page, and you just go straight there and you can order the book.
So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you go and check that out. That is tippingpointtohappiness.com.